Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna let it away. Tonight, we're gonna let it away. Tonight, we're gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna let it away. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna let it away. Tonight, we're gonna let it away. Tonight, we're gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna let it away. Legends and lullabies are songs we sing to the stars in the sky. Kings and queens, treasures untold, whispers of streets that are paved in gold. City of gold, city of gold, city of gold. Lead me down the road, city of gold. Wishes come true whenever I'm with you. Shine like the sun, you are the one. Wishes come true whenever I'm with you. Eagles soar forevermore.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, about time we get ourselves underway, don't you reckon? Inferus eSports looking to take on Everest Heights. It is set to be quite an exciting matchup. Of course, as always, Inferus eSports to have themselves quite an interesting sort of line up coming through. And I think especially the way that this side has been playing through this ESEA main lineup, we definitely didn't expect this opening so far. Able to find themselves 4 very, very quick frags, leaving Coots by his lonesome here. Good enough for one. Potential for the second to come down. Whoever Cormus to hold this tight angle here. Will be able to find the final frag. Inferus able to get themselves the opener. And a 1-0 start coming in for the CT side so far. And a dust too that we don't often see for this Inferus side. It is set to be a matchup where Inferus are definitely one of those teams that can put together a few, put together a few surprising performances, especially when you have Poke, Jelicity, Jaguar in the server. Can be quite daunting to come across it. However, it does look as if we are going to see a lot of this lowers and tons area of the map coming through. It does look as if it's going to be a mid pop. Could potentially start to slowly see a mid to B split coming through. However, it doesn't look like it is going to happen. Jelicity to continue to shut down so much of this mid control. Usman with the MP9 a little bit interesting on the spray, as we do see Inferus able to pick themselves up a second there. The MP9 able to get the job done. A $600 bonus coming in for both Usman and Jaguar. As Jelicity to take the MP9 and potentially look to have a little bit more of an impact on his own personal economy as well as the team economy coming through here for Inferus. We are going to slowly see Inferus in a position where it does look as if Everest Heights are going to slowly start to get an interesting line going. Brimsy to we are going to see John slowly back away. The tags and the clicks to come down from the Molotov are going to see Inferus start to react accordingly. We are going to slowly see Cormus with that nade coming through. Could potentially catch out a few Everest Heights players. And oh, it's an absolute nuke. Cookie, John to be tagged down so heavily. As Jaceling to find a frag here on this B side. B side completely open. The bomb to go down. John good enough for one. Cormus to try and find himself a little bit of damage as Brimsy forced away off the angle. We are going to see rifles start to be recovered here from Inferus eSports as the save does look to be imminent. However, Cormus is going to go for it. Oh, actually, no, he's not. He's going to back away. We're going to see Inferus able to find themselves only a second. Everest Heights to pick up their first round so far. The British side to start off this game fairly reasonably. You know, I think especially seeing Inferus into a position where they're being able to get a little bit of damage in and finally have a response coming through from Everest Heights. It is a good sign, as we will start to slowly see some M4s come into the server here from Inferus. Everest Heights to get themselves some AKs as well. We are going to slowly see this Inferus side put together a few. Oh, missing this jump from Jelicity, starting to take up a little bit of time, as we are going to see the A site continue to be passive. They a bit very late actually onto the long take, opting for that short presence, but missing that jump all of a sudden has changed the way that we are going to see this hold start to get themselves underway. Cormus to have an interesting time. Usman to get the trade on Cormus as he does go down. Jelicity to fall. Brimsy to find a frag with that HE nade. Now the 2v2 situation coming over towards its A site. That smoke fading, as we are going to slowly see Everest Heights have nothing to replace it. Trying to walk around this car area of the map. We're going to see Brimsy with the two-man spray down as Inferus give up a second round. As Everest Heights, off the back of Brimsy's 2k spray down, able to get himself an AWP. As Inferus to now slowly get Jaguar to be on this B site. We'll go down, and now we are going to slowly start to see Inferus having Usman caught out by the lurk. Corvus in this mid area of the map, able to find himself a frag along with the help from his best friend Jelicity. John here on the site, down quite low. He will fall, and more importantly, now we're going to start to see Brimsy here in the 1v2 situation. The AWP to try and catch out a little bit of this mid crossover, but it does look as if we are going to see the short presence come through for the Great British side. So we are going to see Brimsy able to find both on the collat. Inferus lining up for him as the Everest Heights boys start to take the lead for the first time this game so far. Inferus eSports to slowly head back to the drawing board, but a really good eco coming from them. I think if anyone says otherwise, that was a bit interesting to have that opinion coming through. Inferus to get themselves quite an interesting round so far. We are going to see John able to get himself an opening frag. The AWP... Sorry, an opening tag. The AWP to find Usman. As the mid-fight did take place, we are going to slowly see Jaguar. An interesting smoke lineup. Hi, Steely. How are you? We are going to see Usman able to try and find himself an early frag. Cormus to try and hold down this long control, and will. That goes way too lucky for your liking. Which one? There's plenty. As we are going to slowly see yet again Everest Heights to push their way over towards this B site now. Jelicity to be wary of the short positioning coming through. Inferus to slowly show a little bit of concern as we do see that car presence starting to fire off some shots. Brimsy to go down. We are going to see John continue to take on fights. Jelicity and Jaguar to find themselves one apiece. John to be found by Poke as the trade does come through, and now all of a sudden it's going to be down to J-Slinger. Got himself a Deagle, and we are going to see Poke able to double up here on this B-side hold as Inferus able to pick themselves up 3. We are going to slowly see Inferus able to find themselves quite an early pick coming through. Could potentially see the potential of getting a second one. But Brimsy going down. We're going to see John. Actually, just the whole rest of the lineup going down to Jaguar through that mid control as Inferus eSports able to pick themselves up 4. The AKs, Kalashnikovs, Galils to come out here for Everest Heights as we are going to slowly see Inferus now in a position where we are going to see the spray down coming through. Brimsy to be able to find himself an opening frag here. Jelicity with the nade. Oh, this will be brilliant. Oh, the nade is so damaging. We do see Cookie boosted up on top of Blue. We are going to see Jelicity able to react to it in time, able to find the frag. Brimsy to keep himself alive as he does try to move through that smoke. We are going to see Coots now stuck into a position where a lot of this area is going to be trapped. Poke to find Brimsy. As Jay Slinger, he's positioning not known. Oh, now it is. Poke to go down to it as we are going to slowly see Coots and J-Slinger to work their way around over towards this short area of the map. J-Slinger to lead the way. Jelicity to find the trade. Jelicity to be able to double up. As we see Inferus able to pick themselves up 3. As we are going to see Inferus eSports now into a position where we are going to slowly start to see Everest Heights try to get themselves a little bit of wiggle room here. The nade coming through against Everest Heights, and the spray with the AK. Jaguar good enough for 3. Poke to help out even more, and Poke to get himself yet another frag coming through. Inferus pick themselves up 6, and all of a sudden have had themselves a really, really good opening to this game so far as we start to get into the mid-game. A lot of the Force Wars have started to subside a little bit, and now Inferus eSports to come out on top and have themselves a really, really good start to this game to potentially bounce off. Usman to find the tag. Brimsy to go down fairly low. Poke to be able to find himself an early frag as well. Cookie going down. Brimsy very low. Usman to finally finish the job off, able to get himself a single frag. Not the one that he started, but legend has it that's not going to be his only frag of the day so far. A lot of mid-control to be asserted here from Everest Heights. We do see Brimsy able to miss out a little bit with that AWP. Some short control to start coming through. We do see that long hit from Inferus, the long aggression coming up and about. John won't expect the second there. Cormus will be able to find the pick. We're going to see Usman with the AWP finish off the job he started at the very, very start of the round, as we do see Brimsy going down. Jay Slinger now stuck in the 1v4 situation. Good enough to find the opening pick. Does have that bomb, and all of a sudden Inferus eSports starting to slowly close in on every single angle possible as Jay Slinger to need to find 3 more. However, the frag's quite isolated at the moment. We could see this be Inferus' downfall as Jay Slinger to be tagged up quite heavily. Will walk straight into the rifle of Poke as Inferus eSports able to pick themselves up. Inferus eSports getting quite a advantage here. Probably the best way to say it early on as Everest Heights looking to potentially get themselves towards that 5, maybe even 6 mark here in the game so far. And Inferus eSports definitely looking towards 10. Have to be looking towards 10. As it looks like we've got a DC in the server here for Everest Heights. It does look as if Brimsy could have potentially have been the victim of a DDoS. Maybe. We do start to see the AWP post up on the angle. Usman to be able to find Coots, and now a lot of the Tons presence. The Tons presence starting to play against each other here, as we are going to slowly see Jaguar to find Brimsy. John to be able to find himself yet another frag coming through this long area of the map, and the call of, yeah, let's go long, boys, let's go long. Starting to come through, however, Everest Heights. 2 people stuck here in this spawn area of the map. Jaguar will spot out 1, potential for the second as well. Jaguar able to 180 both of them, Poke to finish the job, and Inferus to pick up 8. We are going to see Brimsy able to find the head of Usman, trying to be a little bit cheeky there with his positioning coming through for that mid peak. Brimsy ready for it though, as we are going to see some mid control starting to be established here. Jay Slinger to find himself a frag early on as Everest Heights. A really, really good start to their round so far. We are going to see Gelicity starting to spray through the smoke a little bit. Jaguar to slowly make his way through that CT area of the map. We need to see a frag here by Poke, and he's not going to be able to. Brimsy with the AWP to all of a sudden to make this a 5v2 situation where Inferus eSports, the save call immediately coming through. Inferus eSports to give up a round, and the 2 rifles here being saved means that the economic build-up that Inferus have had so far, all of a sudden, the damage on it, especially after a round like this and only being able to get $1,400 into those coffers, is going to be quite minimal. You know, I think the damage that will be done quite small, as we are going to see Cookie being tapped away at. Gelicity to find the frag, and some presents to come down here as Inferus, all they need to do is just survive. We're going to see Gelicity actually able to double up. Potential here for Jaguar to find himself one as well. And a lot of damage being done against Everest Heights here, going for the hunt. And they're able to keep the AWP here in the lineup still, as we are going to see Inferus eSports happy to give up a 4th to maintain some of the rifles in the server. A double AWP setup here for the T side coming through for Everest Heights. Interesting. We're going to see Brimsy continue to try and peek away at his mid-control, able to spot the leg, won't be able to hit the shot onto Usman, and now a bit of AWP presence to be shown in towards this big side area of the map. We are going to slowly see Cookie spamming through that smoke. We are going to see John dropping that bomb away. Sound should have been heard here from Jaguar. However, the positioning coming through for Everest Heights could potentially show off the skeleton of an A split coming through. However, Inferus eSports really worried about this mid-hit, as we do see Cookie flashing over this short area of the map. We are going to slowly see Inferus able to get themselves this small part of the map, and quite an influential one as well. 40 seconds left on the clock. Inferus to try and get a few pieces of the puzzle together here at the moment. So we are going to slowly see Cormers to find himself one. Gelicity to get another frag coming through. Cookie. Oh no, we're going to see Poke just completely shut down this A hit. Cookie falling, as he'd started to finally look like he'd put some semblance of a round together for himself. We see Everest Heights give up a 9th here for Inferus, once again looking towards 10 in their sights. We are going to slowly see Gelicity able to find himself one. Brimsy, Cookie to get themselves a few pieces here. We are going to slowly see Gelicity able to continue to find frags, spamming with that pistol, able to continue to find himself a whole lot of damage. Cormus protecting the pistol of Gelicity as we do slowly see Inferus pick themselves up 10. An 11-4 here would probably be the start of Inferus's dreams. As we are going to slowly see Everest Heights now into a position where we are going to slowly see Everest Heights now put some smokes utility down, as the B site looking to be the hit coming through here. Inferus to take so much of this B tunnels area of the map. Poke with the AWP, a bit shaky on the first shot. Hits the second. Now the utility damage starting to rain down here. As Inferus eSports to play a little bit of retake coming through the 4v4. Starting to have itself a huge effect coming through. We're going to see Usman able to find two, and all of a sudden Poke to be left by his line. It's been the 1v2 situation. Coots to find the final frag, and ladies and gentlemen, that's our halftime break. I'm going to go quickly get myself a drink of water, and I shall be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the second half. Getting underway very, very shortly. Inferus to slowly put together a really, really good first half. Looking to try and cap it all off here in the second. We are going to slowly see yet again the armor buy come through from Inferus. Jelicity to invest in what looked to be a P250 along with a bit of utility. Of course, giving off that upgraded pistol over to your best teammates usually is common practice in these pistol rounds. We do see it a lot, especially within that Na'Vi and that phase. Sort of pistol rounds coming through, anything to get a slight advantage as long as you can keep the best pistol alive for the longest amount of time. We're going to see Brimsy able to find himself one poke, to be able to get one back. Now all of a sudden, Jelicity to do a little bit of damage before being caught out. However, the tags coming through and the three-man long presence is going to slowly lead towards this bomb, heading towards his B bomb site. And now with a minute left to play, the bomb's going to go down. Very little that Everest Heights can say about it as Jaguar to be able to spot that player coming through CT. They know one's through CT. They'll have to assume the second's going in through that tons area of the map. And now we're seeing Poke already lined up, ready for the presence to come through. Brimsy and John to slowly get the retake underway. As Brimsy in first will be spotted by Poke, and we are going to see John able to find one. Jaguar to get one back, and now Jaguar and John. As John eaten alive by the Jaguar, as Inferus able to pick up 11. Quite quickly getting themselves off to a very, very good start here on this T side, Inferus. As we are going to slowly see yet again the rifles come out for Inferus. Not the first time this game, and hopefully not the last. The Kalashnikovs onto Poke and to Jaguar. Jelicity on a Galil. Mac 10 on Cormus, and Usman to be rocking the Scout. Of course, the Orb's little brother. 2C smokes come down into the Molotovs, and an absolute mowdown coming through here. Brimsy to even catch his own teammate in the crossfires as the long hit starts to go astray, and AK to be recovered here. As we are going to see Coots holding an aggressive angle coming through. Coots will be found out. Potential here for Poke to be able to find the second. Brimsy with that MP9. to try and get a little bit of wiggle room around. Now we are going to slowly see Usman surrounded. Good enough for one. Won't be able to find the second though. The AK is going to be recovered here. J-Slinger to try and make his way over to get a gun. However, Everest Heights to pick up their first round here of the second half, and more importantly, Brimsy to get the AWP. Brimsy on the AWP, an interesting decision quite early on here. As we do start to slowly see yet again this blue box sort of push coming out here from Cormus. It's going to be huge, especially if he can find himself an early frag. Cookie to find himself Jelicity. Usman to get the trade. What's the situation here? I'm kind of intrigued. Okay. I understand now. I understand fully. So that scope probably would have been heard. We're not going to see this car presence coming in from Brimsy here at the moment. The AWP looking to try and have itself a really strong hold. This is where players like J-Slinger will start to come in handy. He hasn't rotated as of yet. We are going to see the CT presence from John at the moment as well. Brimsy to find himself the early peak. Now, the activation of Cormus will be caught out. Beautiful patience from J-Slinger as we're going to start to slowly see this A-side coming through. Poke to be able to find Brimsy. The AWP can have very little impact here for the rest of this round. The bomb to go down. As now Poke. He's been set up to win this game. Win this round, as we are going to slowly see him get tagged up, eventually taken down. Jaguar with that ramp fight will fall. J-Slinger to find himself 3 in the round so far, including a beautiful work of patience coming through, as we are going to see John able to get the defusal. Waiting for, I believe, Coots to find himself a potential rifle. I doubt it's going to happen, as we are going to see Everest Heights able to pick themselves up 7 here. A default spread coming out here from Inferus. As Usman Cormus tagged up ever so slightly by some of that utility presence coming out. As we are going to slowly see that bomb head towards this A-short area of the map where Jaguar to be found out. The bomb going down. We are going to see Poke now in a position where he can potentially catch out the AWP. Brimsy's falling. We're going to see Poke. How about that for a second? Potential for Poke here to find himself a third. Poke to recover the AWP. Poke spotting someone. We're going to see the fight come through. Poke needs to find himself yet another frag here in order to be successful, and he's going to find himself 3. Coots going down. Poke has single-handedly turned this game around. We're going to start to see the lurk from Cormus here. The potential for him to be able to activate. Cormus to start slowly getting himself that frag coming through. And now J-Slinger in the 1v3. Good enough for one. Can't find himself the second as Poke to be able to find the frag with the AWP. We're going to see Everest Heights able to find themselves only but maybe a hero buy coming in here from Coots. MP9 on J-Slinger, MP9 on John. Cookie to upgrade to a Deagle. Brimsy, maybe a Scout. It's a really awkward buy coming through from Everest Heights at the moment, as Inferus able to pick up 12, and it looks as if it's going to just be a pistol upgrade. Jaceling Coots to get Deagles. The 5-7 onto Cookie. As Coots, a big job for this young lad. Good enough for one. Cormus to be able to find that trade. The B site falling quite quickly as the Pistols having very, very little say here as the bomb will go down. Needs to try and catch out an Everest Heights player, but Brimsy to slowly catch an AK bullet to the jaw. We're going to see Jason find out Jaguars here. We're going to see Brimsy suffer the same fate. Jaguar to continue to find frags before going down to Cookie. The AK to be recovered. And now, the question is, Inferus, do they go hunting here? In fact, the AWP has been recovered. Looks as if the answer is going to be no. As much as they would love to. Keeping themselves alive, especially with the money that they do have at the moment. Cormus will be able to drop over one. But, looks as if Inferus will be fine as they do pick themselves up 13. 13 rounds so far here for Inferus. Looking to continue to try and close this game out here in ESEA Intermediate. Smokes to go out. As we are going to slowly see. Going to slowly see Cookie now trying to get a little bit of presence and a little bit of control for this mid area of the map. Jelicity poke tagged up quite heavily. As we are seeing Jelicity and Poke able to find themselves a frag edge, continuing to try and open up this A hit coming through. Brimsy with the AWP good enough for one. We're going to see Cookie go down, and now Brimsy, a lot of work to be done here by the AWP. Only able to find a tag. Trying to go up for close and personal here. Good enough for one with the no-scope. Poke to find the trade. Now John stuck in this 1v2 situation. The bomb. To be planted, not planted for long. As we do see Usman go down, now the 1v1 situation. Poke, John. Two players who have been so explosive as John able to find the final frag, and we're going to see Everest Heights able to pick themselves up 8. We are going to continue to slowly see Inferus now. We are going to slowly see Inferus now looking to continue their strong presence in the server so far. As we are going to continue to slowly see Inferus now in a position where this player holding through this ramp angle here for Everest Heights, Brimsy, the AWP, needs to hit his first shot. Smokes to go down. slowly see Cormus able to... Slowly see Cormus being able to find Cookie the bomb to go down. Is Jaslinger to be shown out? Oh, Jelicity! That is filthy. Absolutely disgusting. Go wash your hands. That is absolutely filthy. A vicious one tap. As we are going to slowly see. Inferus pick up 14 here. So we are going to see Coots slowly get caught out here through the smoke. Usman to find the no scope, as we are going to slowly see Cookie now in the 1v5 situation with the 5-7. There's too many 5s in that sentence, and Cookie goes down as number 5. As we are going to see Inferus pick up 1-5. How about that? 5-5-5. 5 people to find if Inferus want to slowly get out of this 1-5 bracket and move into 1-6 to potentially finish up, if I believe correctly, their 5th game. Is that stat correct? It is correct. To move and complete their 5th game. So many 5s. Actually, John is on 1-5 frags as well. Nearly has 5 assists. With the 5-7 in hand. We are going to slowly see this long take come through. Jaslinger to fall. And, oh, well, Poke Usman to find themselves a pick each. John to burst through the flames. Brimsy and Coots to be stuck in a position where Brimsy in the 1v5 will go down. We're going to see Inferus able to pick themselves up 16. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure as always joining you. I've been your caster Flamboyant. Make sure you do show Inferus a little bit of love on their Twitter. Make sure you also do drop the Twitch a follow. It would be much appreciated to everyone here. While you're here, you can also go follow my Twitter, because I'm pretty funny sometimes on the Twitter. I'm kind of funny on the Twitter every now and then. I'll put my Twitter in the chat. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you do follow. But, ladies and gentlemen, I do have to get out of here. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. No matter where you are in the world, make sure you have yourselves a safe night. And I'll see you guys potentially for the next one. Peace.